There's a video of obviously a plane, woman just going off on a fucking plane. Where is it?
Is that the new way of saying white? Just plain woman?
Yeah, plain woman.
Okay.
It's
black, yellow.
Aircraft, airplane. Black woman causes problems on plane. See, I made it vague, and so I don't really know what it is. Here we go.
Right. We on the motherfucking ground. Let me the fuck off.
Shut up.
Pause for a minute, because she keeps saying this. She goes, "We on the motherfucking ground. Let me the fuck off." Like it's Uber. Like it's a fucking cab. Oh, yeah, this corner right here. Just let me off.
Actually, do let her off. I want her to get sucked into one of those engines.
Yeah. Unless the plane is at the gate with the jetway against it and the door opened, you are not getting off the fucking plane. It's just not. They're like taxiing.
Yeah.
And she's like, "We're on the ground. Let me off," with a total lack of understanding of how airline protocol works.
It's like when they get mad at military people for going to a bad war.
Yeah.
It's like, so tell me your scenario. Every private says, "I don't really think Afghanistan is going to be fruitful." We go through all thousands and thousands.
Right.
We don't have time for that. Similarly, obviously, we can't have people just meandering across the tarmac.
Just walking back to the terminal, or maybe not.
Maybe a different gate. Maybe I'll try Terminal C. It's
hitching a ride with that long baggage.
Maybe jumping on it.
Jump on it.
Why not?
Whatever. It's look, we on the ground.
Taking a call.
We on the ground. Let me off the plane.
Dude, that's a dog. That's a super smart golden retriever. And you're like, "Oh, Eddie, he wants to get out." He's like, "We're on the ground."
You ever see sometimes they get out of their crate and they're running around the airport, the terminal area outside, and the guys with the sticks are trying to catch them. It's hilarious.
Oh,
that's what she.
It's like a chipmunk on the baseball field.
Yeah. The umps are chasing a squirrel around. That's what she thinks.
If you had real balls and you're on that flight, you'd be like, "Oh, it wants to get out of its crate." Isn't that adorable?
It was.
I haven't been around one of these, even though you see thousands a day, but I hope I'm man enough to do something like, "Oh, look how angry it is."
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, it's throwing the straw dispenser.
Hilarious.
That's really mad.
That would be so fucking funny. Imagine how much more angry it would be. You would fucking be in the crosshairs, dude. But that is funny. I would love that.
Handed a gun.
Yeah, hand in a gun. All right, here she is.
Right. We on the motherfucking ground. Let me the fuck off.
Shut up.
Get your hands off me. Get your fucking touch me. Get your fucking hands off me. You know the fuck I did. I moved over. Now let me the fuck off. Yes.
She's trying to open the door.
It's 15 feet off the ground.
Yeah. First of all, where are you going?
What are you gonna hang and plop?
No! You're gonna ruin our trip. Sit your ass down.
Hey, calm down, please.
Always someone want to make commotion.
Hey, calm down.
Shut up.
We on the ground, right? Yes. I'm tired. I ain't smoked a cigarette.
So are we. Who cares?
I ain't smoked a cigarette in 7 fucking hours.
Everybody's tired, man.
Got kids here. Shut up.
Anybody tired?
I didn't touch her.
I saw
I didn't touch her.
Yes, you
I
did.
didn't touch her. I went around like that.
Arrest her ass in Orlando. Let's go.
Arrest her ass in Orlando.
Please, you have a lot of witnesses.
You get the hell out my face.
Hell, man.
See, as another passenger, you're sitting here going, "Please don't make this miss my flight. I don't want to fucking
I
deboard."
don't give a fuck what deploys.
Anybody.
I don't give a fuck what deploys. I'm gonna get the fuck off.
I don't give a fuck.
You
Trying
should have
to
drove.
explain in a civil
Should have taken the
tone.
bus.
Good luck.
You call law enforcement, guess what? I'm gonna get off. You stupid as fuck, because when you call law enforcement, I'm gonna get off, bitch.
I'm gonna get off.
Now let me the fuck off. You get the fuck out of my face.
Put her on the no-fly, so I don't have to get her on the way back.
That's funny.
Like he works for the airline.
So 7 hours from Orlando. That's Europe, isn't it?
Maybe the other way. Could
Maybe
be Washington.
Seattle. Yeah, yes.
Like that.
It's Seattle.
Put your hands on me like.
Shut the fuck up, you a goddamn life, bitch. You put your arm around my fucking neck. I ain't never touched you. Yeah, and I never touched you. I never touched you. You touching me. Because I put my arm around you. You
Touching my door, yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
She don't give a fuck.
You put your arm around my neck.
They never think of anything else.
Okay, so you're right. I'm opening the door. Go get your bags. I guess do a hanging drop
Yeah.
from the edge.
This is the captain. We need all passengers seated so we can return to the gate.
There it is. She fucked everyone. Yep.
Wait a minute.
To the gate.
Return to the gate. She said I haven't had a cigarette in 7 hours.
Yeah, I think they were either in a no smoking airport or they were.
Dude, she gets the airport 2 hours early.
Yeah.
That's 2. Then she gets on the plane.
Yeah.
And then there's maybe like 3 hours. Maybe she's wrong about 7. There's 3 hours of like getting ready to go. And then they're in the lineup to go.
She maybe a connecting flight too. She might have had to.
Oh, right.
A connecting flight, so she couldn't smoke, and then
there's no smoke break with connections.
Yeah, shit like that. So she's on there like freaking out, no smoking. But I mean, she just fucking everyone on that plane, and it's like, yep, well, bring it back to the gate. Oh,
like you're sitting in your
hear
seat
that.
going, please just stun gun her or something.
Yeah, something. And
then it's sort of like food poisoning where you go,
Yeah.
you puke, and you're like, I think we're good.
Yep.
I think we're good. And then half an hour later, you start feeling kind of woozy, and you're like,
Yeah.
we're not done, boys.
Yeah.
So there must be, after like 10 seconds of hysteria, it's like being woozy, and you're like, you're going to get barfed out of this plane.
Yeah.
So you're like, not looking good, boys.
Yeah.
We're fucked.
While they are on the ground, also, the slides are armed. So if you open that door, the slide will come out. That's how that shit works. The when you hear like prepare for gate, cross check, when you hear them go cross check, they are checking the doors. And they got to make sure that the slide is disarmed.
Right.
So they could open the door for the gate and the slide doesn't fucking come out. That's part of the flight attendant's thing. So if that woman opens the door on the ground, the slide will come out. And now imagine how long that fucking takes. They don't just roll that back up. Yeah, they don't just roll it back up and tuck it in 10 minutes and you're ready to go.
No, that plane's done for 3 days.
Yeah. It's like picking up one of those super slide kid fucking water slide things and putting it back in the garage.
And
it's
there's probably like 4 people in the entire state who can go, yeah, you folded that right. Yeah,
right. That has to be certified. And
that's good. Everything's
fine. Mechanic has to come in, all the union guys. So like that would take forever. And she's just, no, open the door. We on the ground. We on the motherfucking ground. Is that how it works?
It's a nightmare.
Miss fucking United Airlines, Miss Spirit Air.
We covered this one that I thought you were about to show, where she gets on and she's waiting. She won't sit down. And she's waiting in line for the bathroom. And she's like, I'm going to take my... And the woman's like, can you please sit down with turbulence, whatever.
Oh, boy.
And then eventually the flight attendant does the worst thing ever. She just pushes past her.
Oh!
He goes, you ain't going to touch me. I'm a queen. I'm a queen.
Are you?
And then
the
stewardess is like, I'm just trying to get past you. You won't move. And then this white woman goes, you're just not listening.
Oh, no.
And now that's 2 people who dared to question a queen.
A queen.
A queen. So she goes, she's telling you that you're white privilege. You are white privilege.
You are white privilege. Oh, sure.
You don't got that no more. I'm a queen. And then it becomes all people came from Africa, which I believe.
So she's giving a little lesson there on the plane.
That becomes, because they all come from Africa, it's like they all were birthed out of her vagina.
Her vagina. You owe me.
Yeah, so black people are the only ones that can reproduce.
Right.
In the sense that they make Asians and whites, and
it's just the way it is.
it's an argument in a sense. It's a very weird argument. But as Jim Goad points out, you're also saying you're the most primitive human being.
Right.
Because you were the
earliest
1.0.
model.
We're like
Right.
13.0.
You're the Model T, and we are the fucking,
Like if you're my great grandmother, you're an old wizened dead skeleton.
And all this is supposed to get her in the bathroom. How?
Yeah. Well,
lesson.
She knows she's getting arrested, and it takes forever.
Oh,
I think it takes forever because they insist on a black cop.
Oh,
I honestly would bet $1,000
oh, I bet.
that they, because I've seen it happen. I've seen plane stuff. Well, I got called racist once by a Jamaica woman when we were going to Jamaica because I said that's my kid's seat, and so they said, "Sir, ma'am, you're gonna have to move."
Racist.
I said, "Oh, I see how it goes. The white man comes here, and the black woman has to look." The race card's just sitting on the floor. You'd be dumb not to use it. What if you're playing a video game and there's a battle axe sitting right there? What are you supposed to do? Queens of Mulberry rules?
Keep my dukes up and yeah.
Just grab it.
I see. You're right.
Just pick it up and start swinging.
It's very nice of you to realize that.
Well,
it's
it could
there.
mean we saw this thing with Starbucks today.
Yeah.
Where these guys got kicked out. I sent it to you, right?
Years ago, yeah.
Years
those
ago.
guys that got arrested, they were waiting for a friend in the Starbucks, and they wanted to use the bathroom, and the person in there denied them use of that because they weren't paying customers.
Right.
And then there was kind of a verbal altercation, and then the cops show up. They call the cops, and the cops arrested these two guys for trespassing or something. That made a big thing where it made the news. We remember this.
8,000 Starbucks closed.
Yeah.
So all of these employees could go through racial bias training.
Oh, yeah, training. And then they made a policy where anyone that wants to come in and use the bathrooms can. And they ended up making fucking shooting galleries out of their
And
their
homeless
bathrooms.
shit. It was literally a shit show.
Yeah, it was a shit show.
So then they had to close hundreds of Starbucks.
Yep.
Because the bathroom was a fucking crack house.
Yeah.
And they fired the white manager as a sort of a show.
She was in charge of that store and 100 other Starbucks. She was pretty high up in the.
And she wasn't even there.
No.
If she was, she had nothing to do with it. She didn't see it happen.
No, she's one that is like a district manager of a shitload of stores. So, I have the northeast sector of stores, and I, do all the paperwork to make sure the money's coming in and what stock they need, and like that was her job. And she gets the boot because a store under her jurisdiction was horribly racist to these two black gentlemen.
So she gets $25 million.
$25 million
which is
bucks.
kind of good, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, that's good to hear. But the closing down of all those stores, the shit and the heroin. How many junkies, by the way, were encouraged to continue their habit because there was a safe place to go shoot up, and then they OD'd?
I wonder how many OD'd in the bathroom where they opened it up and found a dead fucking heroin addict in a Starbucks bathroom.
And then the thousands of them closing for that retraining thing, all because these two assholes.
Yeah.
And by the way, they made out like bandits. They signed an NDA. We don't know how much money they made, but they probably got $3 million each.
Yep. Lotto.
And they could tell that was happening when they walked out,
Lotto,
too, because
yep.
they were like,
Yeah.
and all the white people were going, "What did he do wrong? He didn't do anything. What did he do?"
I love how everyone becomes a fucking lawyer or a cop.
A mockingbird all of a sudden.
Yeah. Everyone is
What's his name? Atticus
Gregory
Finch.
Peck. Yeah. Atticus Finch.
Just
Everyone.
wants to have a meeting.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Hey, we'll meet at Starbucks. We'll buy something.
Yeah.
It's not your personal meeting spot.
That's all you would have had to do. Buy something.